finish it. February. Hello, strangers and friends. Welcome to episode 25 of Sometimes I Make Things, a YouTube podcast vlog channel mostly about knitting, but we do other things too. My name is Grace, and today we are talking about Finish It February, which in loose terms is just setting a goal to finish all of my outstanding whips from previous years and start the spring and March with a nice clean slate to do some new cast-ons. Today's a little different for me in that I do have a man behind the camera. I normally film all by...
This is great.
I'm wondering if I should even bother keep saying it or if I should just use one of the Whitaker ones. I love you so much. I have a man behind the camera, but clearly also have a bird next to the camera, so let's just keep that in mind through this process. Before we get into my current works in progress, I want to show off what I'm wearing today that is handmade, and it is just my socks. Good camera. Whitaker approves. I knit these in 2021, 2022, somewhere around there. I like them. They're stripy, and that's all I have to say about that. So yeah, it's a sock day. With that, let's get into going through my works in progresses. I'm going to go from my oldest whip to my youngest whip and just talk a little bit about the projects themselves and the realistic timeline that I see them getting done in. First up is Sophie's Universe. I don't know how elegant that was. Sophie's Universe is a crochet along from 2015, which I did start in 2015, February. It is now 2025, February. So this project is 10 years old. The idea with the crochet along was that a part was released each week over a 15-week period, and you would do each part as each week went along. I believe I have done up to part 10 on this bad boy, so I have about 5 more parts to go. It's almost square. So Sophie's Universe was by Deidre. I believe her blog name was Look at What I Made. I'm going to put the info down below if you want to look at it. It is released as a free pattern in the weekly part installments, but I also believe a more concise pattern is available in a paid format. So the story with this one is my aunt was doing the crochet along. She was successful in completing the crochet along, and I just thought her blanket that she was making was so incredibly beautiful that I wanted to make one too. I did not know how to crochet, so I learned to crochet by making this. This is effectively one of the first crochet things that I did, and then after that I got into making amigurumi, and I fell more into that world than the blanket world. This project, I started it when I was in grade 12 of high school, my final semester, and every post-secondary school or home that I have lived in, that I've gone to, this project has come with me, but I haven't worked on it very much, as you can tell by the fact that it's 10 years old and it's still not done. This guy is made in Peyton's Canadiana, which I believe is still a yarn that is available, but I don't know if the colorways that I use are still available. So I have a stash of this yarn that I bought for this project, and my main goal with Sophie's Universe is I don't really care about finishing every single part of the pattern as written. I just care about using up all the yarn that I bought for this project. It uses 8 different colors, which is not something I think I would choose for myself now, but grade 12 Grace thought this was amazing. And I think it's amazing too, because it does remind me of a different time in my life. But she's she's 10 years old. She deserves to be done in 2025. And yeah, so my goal as far as finish in February, I'm not finishing her in February as much as I would like the symbolism of finishing it when she's 10 years old. But my goal for finish of February is I want to at least crochet a row on this, and I feel like once I pick it up and crochet a row of it, it'll make me want to get back into it because I don't really crochet that much anymore. So finish of February goal for Sophie, knit one single, or crochet, crochet one single row of the blanket, and hopefully convince myself that I want to keep going on it. Sophie's Universe, number 1. Seem good enough for you?
Seemed pretty good. Very flowy.
Very flowy. I do like it a lot. It's just, I think the last time I worked on this was 2023, April 2023.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you get a project not done 10 years.
April 2023.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we can move on to the next one, I think.
Just unroll and have it fall apart.
It completely unravels.
Yes. It's funny.
Oh, you think it'd be funny if my hard work just unravels?
Yeah, you still have a couple more years till 10 years old. You'll be fine.
Exactly. This one's only 2 years old.
Only 2 years old.
Project number 2, or work in progress number 2, whoop, is my Honeycomb Aran by Gail Bunn. These are the sleeves. I have the sleeves done. Ta-da. I started knitting this one in February 2023, so it's another Pisces project that I have going. This is knit in Lion Brand's Fisherman's Wool. It's in the colorway Birch Tweed, which I think is discontinued, so it is hard to come across, but there are some liquidation stores that still have it in supplied, so I can find it there. So I have both sleeves done, so that's exciting. What I am working on now is the body. She is attached to the ball of yarn. Working on the body. I want to make this a pretty full-size sweater. I'm really going for the cozy classic fisherman's sweater with this one. So I did end up buying 2 more skeins of yarn in January to finish this project. That's the only yarn that I bought in January. I am trying to do a low buy, no buy yarn year. I have a lot in stash. Nothing wrong with buying yarn. I just want to use the yarn that I have. So I felt pretty good about that. So yeah. What else do I want to say about this? I think that it's a very fun pattern. It's a free pattern. It's available on the Peyton's website. And it's a little difficult to understand the pattern, so I've rewritten it out for myself. But this is my first big major cable project, and I'm finding it pretty intuitive that once I understood how to do the cables, I don't really feel like I need to look at the pattern too much. So this one, I don't think it's going to be getting done in February, considering I have 2/3 of the front panel and all of the back panel to do and seaming to do, which, you know, probably going to take me a year to get around to seaming the project once all the parts are knit, let's be honest. But I would like to have this one done ideally for Christmas 2025. I would like this to be something I wear at Christmas time. I love the holidays, and I haven't made a Christmas sweater in a couple years for myself. So that's the vision with this one. So as far as goals for this one, I want to do at least a couple rounds on it. Actually, this. This is how much I have left of the ball. My goal for February, I want to finish this tiny piece of ball yarn that I have left, and I would be happy with that. So a little bit of progress on this guy, but realistically, I want this done later in the year. I imagine I'm probably going to be working on it a lot in the fall, because I feel like cables are a really nice fall cozy time project. Number 3 for works in progresses. This lovely number here is from April 2023. So she is also turning 2 years old in the year 2025. This is the olive top by the Knitting for Olive ladies. This one, the first kind of memory I have relating to it is I was watching the coronation of King Charles in 2023, and I was hanging out with my aunt who loves the royal family, and we got up super early in the morning, and I was working on this top, and we were just watching the king get coronated, which I don't have any strong feelings about the royal family, but I have strong positive feelings about hanging out with my aunt and making scones and jam and being up super early in the morning drinking tea. So I love that memory associated with this top. Anyway, so this guy, I have to admit, I'm not super passionate about it. I think I'm going to come in close. I really love the leaf detailing on this. I think it's very beautiful. This is made out of Knitting for Olive's pure silk. I think the colorway is called Sunshine, or it might be called Golden Yellow. I actually can't remember. But it's pure silk, so it's lovely. It's drapey. The fabric has a very dry feeling to it, so I think it would be very cool to wear in the summertime. So I think once this is made, I'd be very happy with it. My problem is that it is very fine silk yarn being knit on 2.75 millimeter needles, which is a bit of a nightmare because every row is like a millimeter or two of progress on the actual knit. So I don't like how slow a project it is. I think realistically in the summer, when it's warm out, I will enjoy working on this because it'll feel seasonally appropriate. But this is another one for February where I just want to knit a row of it or 2 rows. Like, I just want to say that I knit on it in February and I'm counting that as a win. I have made progress on it in the month of February. So I have 2 more skeins of yarn. This is about 2 skeins of the pure silk that went into this already. So I pretty much just want to knit until I run out of yarn on this guy. So I think it'll be a full-size tank top. I am trying to knit less things that are cropped by accident because I make a lot of things that are cropped by accident. I think it's going to be full length. It's not full length. So I'm going to try intentionally to make this a proper waist length top. I think it'll be more wearable with more things if it is. Yeah, that's the gist of this one. She's beautiful. She'll be amazing when she's done. I'm just a little annoyed whenever I have to work on it. We love that. Also, can I just say, I love the stitch marker on this to the point that I might take the stitch marker off of it because I want to use it on something else, but like it's, oh no, it's a little elephant. And I want to hang out with my elephant, but it's on a project I don't want to hang out with.
Yes.
So that's awkward. Yeah, I love the elephant so much. Every time I did something with the elephant on it, I'm like, oh, my baby.
Baby elephant.
You were with me when I got the elephant.
Was that Fergus?
Yes, it was at Fergus Fiber Festival, and you got a little fish.
I did get
I got the elephant.
I like the fish. I do remember the elephant now. There was so much that happened on that Fiber Festival.
We did a lot. It was good.
It was a fair bit.
Click the link to see the Fergus Fiber Festival video.
The last one, yes.
Work in progress number 4. So this little mess of green yarn is a Triceratops. This is the Triceratops pattern by Claire Garland. I started this in June of 2024, so we've escaped the 2023 and earlier works in progress. So this guy, she released as a free pattern. Claire Garland, if you don't know, she's Dots, Pebbles, Knits. She releases every other month a free pattern. So how to hold this up nicely. So yeah, she released this guy in the summer as a free pattern. I fell in love with him. Her photos are so cute, and it has been a pretty fun knit. It's been challenging because I'm sure, as you can guess, shaping a Triceratops involves a lot of fiddly little stitches, but it's been a lot of fun to make. The problem that I'm at right now with this guy is that I'm at the most fiddly part. Basically, all I have left to do is his 2 back legs. I have to sew up the foot. So like this front leg is done. I just haven't sewed it up. Decide if I want to put wires in it, yes or no. I'm waffling on that. I have to sew down his frill and I have to give him horns. And I was reknitting his face a little bit, but we're not worried about that. It's a side note. So I'm very close to being done this, but I still have a couple hours of knitting and fiddling in between me and being done. But it's so close to being done. So I do want to finish this guy for February. I feel like it's one of the knits that I have that's closest to being done, so I can get it done, and I will feel good about having it done. It's just, I'm at the end fiddly stages, and like many knitters, I get a little cagey and a little jumpy and a little flighty when I get towards the fiddly end parts, the finishing, as it were. So that's my little gentleman. He is knit in, this is Knit Picks Stroll Tweed and a mystery dark green mohair. And then this is a burnout yarn, but I'm going to be taking it off and redoing it and using Knit Picks palette in, I think it's Finlay Heather. It's a very pale, pretty gray. So this will be slightly gray instead of slightly beige. And yeah, I think I will be obsessed with him once he is done. It's just, I need to make myself work on it, which is why finish of February is nice, because it's like I have this theme to the month to work on things and do the hard and annoying stuff and get it done. So this is one of the, just the floppy sad head. This is one of my stars of the month. Triceratops. Oh, his name is Michael Ceratops. Just thought I should include that.
Michael Ceratops.
Michael Ceratops.
Your cool Ceratops. My cool Ceratops.
Work in progress. Number 5 is my hot pink monkey socks for hot girls. These I started in July 2024. I am kind of hilariously slow at knitting socks. Like the actual knitting of the sock is not that long. Like I think it takes me about 10 hours on average to knit a sock. It's just stringing those 10 hours together for whatever reason takes me 3 months. Guaranteed. This is from July, so more than 3 months. Anyway, I'm going to just hold up the finished one to start. This is the Monkey Socks by Cookie A. It is available from Knitty Mag, which is a free online Canadian magazine that offers free patterns but pays the designers for the patterns. So this is available for free online, and it is a fantastic pattern. It is increases, decreases, knits together. Well, sorry, increases are yarn overs, which are the best increase because they're easy and they're fun. So it's simple. The stitches are simple, but I feel like it comes together to make a really cool final sock, and it's very stretchy. So I think this is going to be a very comfortable sock to wear. The pink is Cascade Yarns Heritage. I saw this hot pink, thought it was amazing, and then the lady at the yarn store that I was admiring this pink yarn, she was currently knitting with it. So she was like, this is what I'm knitting, and she was knitting a monkey sock. So I was like, well, definitely buying the hot pink yarn and knitting exactly what you are knitting. So that's the story behind this guy. I will now show you sock number 2. So I've done on the last sock, I did 5 repeats and then I hit the heel. I am currently at 4 repeats. So I'm almost at the halfway point for this sock. So this is another one that I want to finish in February. I think it's kind of fun to like knit a hot pink sock during the Valentine's Day month too. We love a theme. So this is one along with the Triceratops that I definitely want to finish in February. I'm kind of working on one of my goals for 2025 is I know I can't knit 12 pairs of socks in a year, but I think I could probably knit 12 socks / 6 pairs in 2025. So this is going to be my February sock for my 2025 year of socks. So this one is very high on the list. Finish her. I know I can do it. This one typically lives in my work bag and I'll work on it on my breaks at work. So I can kind of do like a repeat in a work day with my breaks. So it's doable, it's fun, it's exciting. The yarn's very soft. I love it. Let's go. Work in progress. Number 6. This is the Turtle Dove shawl by Sari Nordland. I'm doing this in Filcolana Tilia for the mohair, and I'm using a new to me merino yarn as my other base. This is Filatura de Crosa Zarina. Lovely tomato red color here. I bought this yarn in February 2024 as a treat because I knit every day in February 2024. I made a video about that, which you can watch. So this was my February treat to myself. I started this project in November 2024. I did a trip to Montreal, which I also have a video about going to Montreal. So this was my train knitting / project knitting while I was there. It's been very fun knit. I really like the yarn combo. It feels good. I haven't knit anything in bright red like this. I guess it's a lie, actually. I have knit something in bright red, but I don't knit in bright red very often, so it feels like a very novel color for me to use. And it's just such an interesting knit where you have multiple patterns going at the same time at different rates. So there's just a lot going on each row. It's a charted pattern, which I haven't done a charted pattern before, so I love it. The goal for this one was supposed to be my Christmas 2024 knit. So the idea is holiday party. I guess I shouldn't put that over the mic, LOL. Holiday party 2024, I wanted to be wearing this. Didn't get it done. I'm a little bit past halfway. This is another knit where if I could get this done in February, I would be very happy to have this done in February, but it's okay if I don't. I'm prioritizing the monkey sock and the Triceratops, but this is third place. I would like to get this guy done because I enjoy it. It's fun, and it is a little bit past halfway, so it feels achievable. I am really loving this trend of tiny scarves that's happening in the knitting world right now. I don't know how wearable it's going to be. I can't guarantee I'm going to wear this a lot, but I'm loving making it, and I think we should make more tiny scarves as a community. I think we need to stand by the tiny scarves.
Where is Turtle Dove in the 12 Days of Christmas?
2 turtle doves?
Two turtle. It's not 6. It's only 2 turtle doves.
6 turtle doves. And a beer.
And a beer.
Do you know the Canadian version?
And a beer? Yeah.
2 French or
I don't know.
3 toasts, 2 French toasts, and a beer.
Yeah. That. America does not understand our culture.
Yeah. You tariff that. Also, I'd just like to say the hot pink next to the bright red is a crazy yarn combination. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Ooh.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's
it's cool, but that's pop.
That would make a good the edging to your knit.
You think it would make for some good edging?
Good edging.
Heard it here first.
Yes. Yes.
Work in progress number 7, the final work in progress. So this is another sock project. I started it in December 2024. And it is my rainbow socks. This was post-Christmas cast on. I just needed a plain vanilla sock to knit. So this is just plain knitting. This is the first sock that I have knit on 2.25 millimeter needles. I'm knitting it magic loop, and I'm really liking the combo a lot. Incredible density to the material. I think these are going to be good wearing socks. As you can see, I have completed the one sock. This is my January sock. I finished this pretty legitimately at midnight, January 31st, down to the wire, but this is my January sock, so it starts my first of 12 socks, hopefully, for 2025. This yarn, let's see, do I have the info about it? I do not. It's a surprise. I'll put the name of the sock down below. It's a sock yarn that I hadn't really heard of before. I just saw it available at a yarn store. I really had been on the lookout for a rainbow sock and thought it would make for a good plain vanilla sock. So it has bamboo in it, I will say that. So it has a bit of a silkiness to it, but it doesn't feel too flimsy. It feels still like a pretty sturdy wool sock. It just has some bamboo as well. For goals for this one, so first sock is done. Second sock is still in ball format, not even cast on. Probably will cast this on in February is the thought. This might be my March sock. Priority is going to be the hot pink sock though. This is later on. I'm just very happy to have one done. So goal for February, ideally cast on, maybe achieve the ribbing for this one in February, but I think this is going to be my March project sock, and it'll probably be my new work buddy once the hot pink sock is done. I think this will just hang out in my work bag, and I'll work on it when I'm on my breaks. So that's number 7. So you may be thinking, wow, Grace, seems like you have a lot of works in progresses. Have you finished anything? The answer is yes. Today is February 5th. On February 2nd, I finished this little friend. He's so cute. This pattern is the Penguin pattern by Claire Garland, same lady who is the maker of the Triceratops pattern. This guy, much more simple than the Triceratops. I cast on this little friend to be part of the Pet Parade, which was run by Jessie May, Park Williams, and James N. Watts. They did this little knit along in January of just pick a pet pattern, knit a pet. I didn't get him done for the Pet Parade, but I did really enjoy talking to people in the Discord and getting that community feel-good vibes. And they did a Zoom call at the beginning and a Zoom call at the end. It was a lot of fun, enjoyed it. So that's what got me making our friend here. The original pattern by Claire is for an emperor penguin chick, so your classic gray body, black face, white head chick. Or no, black head, white face, emperor penguin chick. You know the type. Someone in the group suggested, though, that I should knit the penguin as all brown instead because of Pesto, who I think Pesto is a king penguin. I could be making that up. But Pesto was a viral penguin chick at the Melbourne Zoo in Australia last year. It was like Moo Dang and Pesto were all over the internet. And Pesto was famous for being ginormous. Pesto was like bigger than his mom and his dad, and he was just this like fat giant baby. And my friend loved pesto and was talking about pesto a lot. So I made a pesto instead, and the plan is pesto is going to be a gift for Valentine's Day for this friend, just because. Why not give your friend a nice little Valentine's Day gift? So this is my first finished object of 2025. Please don't hold your applause. I am very proud of him. He is so cute. So this was a 2025 cast on and 2025 cast off. So shout out to the first and the first. Pesto the penguin. Yeehaw. So much standing. So, and with that, that's what we have going on for finish of February. We have some achievable goals. We have some goals to just get progress in where I can. The other thing that I wanted to add, so for February goals, in addition to what we've been talking about here, I want to not buy any yarn. I don't think I need to buy any yarn. None of my current projects need more yarn. So I'm just going to focus, not buy any yarn in February. So that's one goal. The other one is I don't want to cast anything new on until I have finished something. I finished this guy, so that gives me the right to cast something new on, but I think I'm modifying that to I need to knit or crochet at least one row on each of my works in progresses before I cast something new on. I just feel like once I cast something new on, it's game over. So I'm really trying to push that off as much as I can. But I have a project I'm very excited about, and I really want to make it. So I think it's motivating me. That'll push me to actually get my progress done. So don't cast anything new on until you've made your progress on your previous items. I want to finish my Triceratops. I want to finish my sock. So that's the guidelines that I have set for myself for February to set me on track and feel good about what I'm making. And yeah, I think March will be a bit of a free-for-all, and I'll do whatever I want in March. I think I'll make a video at the end of the month to kind of catch you up on the progress that I made, what have I finished, what have I started, but I wanted to make this video just as a set the stage. These are my old whips. These are all things I want to get done in this calendar year, and I really like the feeling of a new year and using that energy to really just like jumpstart your progress and to clean things up like spring cleaning, but in February. So please give a little subscribe, give a little like if you liked what you saw and you would like to see more of it. With that, I hope you all have a wonderful February. I will catch you in the next one. Bye, friends. Actually, I'm gonna have a drink of water. Some water.
Aesthetic water.
Pass me the water so I don't bump the camera and upset you.
Yes. You would upset me. On purpose.
We know how much I like upsetting you on purpose.
On purpose. I mean, you could take it from like hide it, like conceal it behind the shirt, and then pull it out. Yeah, do one of these. Yes, I agree.
Work in progress, number 4.
Pink.
Pank.
Bank.
Panky doodle.
I love you started with showing the love a good fingering.
That, yeah, it needed to be done.
Yes. Is this still a whip?
No, it's not. That's why I've got it in.
And on it. Yes. Not a whip. This is what you've been. This is what you've been whipping for.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Ready? Are you ready?
Ready.
Have some good drag chair sound effects.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love forgetting what I was going to say as soon as I said what it was.
This is how you really get the bloopers.
Yep. Yeah, works for me. That's good. Yeah. I don't know how elegant that was.
That is good.